Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Scion the Tower, or welcome to Scion the Tower if this is your first time. I am your story guide, Chaz, and I am going to be here joining two of my friends to take you on this. I think last time was more of a calm adventure. We'll see. Um, uh, if this is your first time, Scion is the story of the characters, the main heroes, going from human beings to godhood, that divine narrative. And so before we begin, it is super important for us to kind of find out a little bit about our stars, our divines, or soon to be divines, as it were. Let us start with Zach. Please tell us your name, pronouns, who you are, what you're playing, and any fun things that may have happened in your in your professional world.
I am Zachary Naldra, he, him. I can be found on various social media sites below my name over here, or somewhere over here, at Zach Rules. I really don't use any of them. But if you are going looking for me and you find Zach Ruiz, he got to that one first. Don't blame him. That was me slacking. Um, I am a freelance and community content TTRPG writer, and one my first writing credit for Onyx Path just came out on Wednesday. Go pick up Scion God if you haven't already done so. At this time, it is currently the bestseller on Drive Through RPG. So yeah, let's keep it there for a little while longer.
It is absolutely worth it. I have it already, and I cannot wait to break out all the fun things found in that book.
As a player in the game, after he just said that, that does not give me any cause for concern at all whatsoever. Um, yeah, I am playing Bodhi Lee, who is born scion of Tara, of the Pious, who is featured in Scion God. So if you haven't checked them out yet, there's another reason to do so.
Excellent. And now, Crow, please tell us who you are, what you do, where you can be found, pronouns, and who you are playing.
Hi, I'm Crow. It. I would be playing Nolan Peters, the born scion to Ares, god of war, in a very weird situation. You can find me everywhere here on Monday, Thursdays, and Fridays. And hopefully, like I'm putting this out there. If you guys want me for Curseborn, I can be on any time of the week. I will just make time for it. We'll just sneak some time in between work. I work remote anyways, so like we'll sneak something in there. We'll work something out. Um, yeah, and I do kind of just do this streaming stuff. So yeah, it's if you're talking about that one African American, that's probably me or Chaz or the two others, but it's most likely going to be me in that role. But yeah, I can't wait to find out what happens next. Also
So
get Scion God. It's amazing. It's awesome.
it is. But Nolan, you and Bodhi just got calls from your friends. Is that an accurate term? Friend Rachel? Acquaintance Rachel?
Don't even know at this point.
Your complicated relationship, Rachel,
Right.
saying, "Hey, can you help me? Me and my friend Yuri are being attacked. There's something floating out the window. We need help." So you all are like, "Yes, let's go." You start running as heroes do, only for Nolan you to pass out. Bodhi Lee, you are looking down at your passed out friend. Are you gonna wait for him to wake up, or are you just gonna like go?
I mean, it would be rude to leave him behind, especially since we were on transit. And
I think you
I
had,
think our way of getting there was going to be through the bathhouses,
yeah,
which is even if Bodhi wanted to go alone, which he does not.
yeah.
Without Nolan, he can't really work the
This,
bathhouse network of travel, which he
that's
does
fair.
not understand, but he understands he doesn't need to, so that's okay.
All right. So you just wait as Nolan is going through whatever he's going through. Nolan, you
Yes.
awaken in this beauteous forest, uh, and coming face to face with Aphrodite, who for the first time ever is looking you in your eye, and she asks you, "Do you want to be the god of war?"
Hang on, hang on, hang on just a second. Okay. So two things. First of all, what? Second of all, the fuck.
So you ask a lot of questions like your father. I guess you can.
No, no, not a lot of questions, just the two major ones. The first one, you on the nose. You don't really necessarily like, or I thought you didn't like me, so I'm a little confused.
It's not that I don't like you,
Uh-huh.
but Ares has so many children. I have so many children. It's honestly better not to get to know you unless I think you're going to like live.
Well, that's not a concern. Not right. That's it's something. Do thank you for your support, though. Don't think I'm not grateful. Not bes
Well,
words.
I I can see you not being grateful because I've only ever given told you one thing not to do. I've always supported, but there was one thing I told you not to do, and somehow you did it.
Confusing because one, I was trying to prevent another thing from possibly happening because of the current person that we're dealing with, because of
Hmm.
another possible apocalypse that he may or may not be involved in, which may or may not involve Rachel. It is confusing. God politics are way beyond uh what I'm adept to. I'm usually adept to like killing someone on site or making sure that like a certain person is able to function in society. The thing that apparently you guys have decided that is not your job anymore.
You're right. It's not our job. Luckily for us, it seems like your ascension is almost guaranteed.
Which last thing, not a question, more of a you do know this also means that I am also uh neck and neck with both Aries and also Eros, you know, your other child, where I kind of fit into both of those boxes. So I feel like that would just be boom, 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 boom.
Which is why I am offering my help. I'd rather Eros not die, and so if I help you, we can kind of steer you away from his purview so you don't end up having to take his. And I can steer you towards the god of war. Because no matter what, Ares will kill you.
Wow, wow, wow.
Like I say, it's better to not get attached until I know you're going to survive.
I, you know, I, for the first time, I'm actually like, I've been baffled, confused, um, appalled. But this is the first time I've ever just felt like the audacity in the room. So, you know what? I am not going to spit my the gifts in the face of someone who has supported me at least. So that there's that. Um, I am going to have to deal with everything. I want to deal with that no matter what. So I am going to step on that toe real. We're going to deal with that. But the other thing, there, I have words. I have words about that, but not important. So
Hmm.
I'm going to agree to this only because of we got other important things that we got to work on.
So you're taking in your situation and making a logical decision.
Yes,
We've
yes.
we've missed that. This will be good. I'll be in touch, Nolan.
Cool.
And knowing you wake up in front of uh Doug Towers, kind of having the cold sweats, taking deep breath, but you are in fact alive, slowly coming back to coherence. Bodhi Lee standing there making sure you're okay.
Hey there. Yeah. So you just kind of fell out there.
Yep.
You all right?
Nope.
Should we not go back to the island to deal with the floating beings outside of Rachel's window?
Don't even know. Wait, I wasn't even told if I should deal with that or not. That should be the important thing. Like, oh yeah, by the way, seeing as that's the thing that kind of he's just gonna go. Well, do you want me to deal with the Rachel problem or not? Do you want me to deal with the island problem, or are you just gonna
This has happened a few times where you just get no response.
right, right,
Um,
right, right.
um,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. We were gonna go.
Yeah,
Oh,
nope, we're gonna go. We're gonna
all right.
go deal with it because apparently, so I've learned the gods have completely not given a fuck now, or at least for the most part, my pantheon has kind of effed off now. It's starting to make sense.
I mean, it's been a while since they were running things.
Yeah, I don't think before I thought it was just like, oh, it's a worship thing, but now I think, oh, it's you don't care anymore, and you have decided to let the reins go, at least for some of them. And then I think this thing with the towers is just pissing them off. You know what? We'll deal with it. There's a lot, but first, let's get to the island and solve that madness. Also, I think Rachel is a danger to gods. I don't know. I don't know how that's possible, but we're going. We're walking. We're walking.
All right.
All right, so you're making your way to three blocks away to the nearest bathhouse. Um, and then I'm assuming you just are going to teleport straight to Scion Towers.
Um, I because I know I sent out the word to the group, so I'm just gonna go and be like waiting for them to show up so I can like pick them up real fast.
Gotcha. So half the group shows up.
Okay.
And when you're like, where's everybody else? They're like, sorry, boss. There are some gas thieves around.
What?
Yeah, no, half of the group got their gas stolen out of their cars, so they can't make it here quickly. We're trying to like round everybody up, but we don't really have a bus, so it's just taking a little while.
How are the monks doing and the nuns? Are they on their way?
Yes. Or
Huh.
they're also taking like a van or a vehicle of some sort, yeah?
Right.
Yeah, I'm sure the monastery has a bus that it uses for special occasions for
But
travelers.
the monastery, it would be far enough away from the city that they probably are fine. So yeah, they would be there.
Oh,
All right.
this is a new conundrum. I didn't never thought stolen gas stuff. Okay, cool. Wait. Nope, I know. I know how to guess I've had to do this before. He's just gonna text. All right. So first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna go through the portal. We're gonna pick up we're gonna pick up the rogue ones. The Romanian and the Romanian group and the Italian group. I
Hmm.
know it's going to be a little bit confusing. It's going to be a little bit hectic because I know some of them are just probably getting dressed at this present moment as we go through there. But I'm just going to be like, listen, buddies, we have to go, grab the guns, grab the blades. We're heading to an island. We have to go kill flying vampire things.
And they seem ready. They are prepped and ready to go, just waiting on your word.
Okay, everyone in. Monks. Wow, there's a lot of monks here.
And nuns.
And I did not. Wow, there's a lot of nuns as well. I Okay, I'm well, welcome to the den of heathenism and also support. Okay. I if you follow me, we can, as we're not going through the Steamworks, we're just going to go down this hallway, this corridor right here. Don't look at that sign over there. Don't look at that poster over there. And I'm just going to close this door right here. Matthew, while you're cleaning up everything, if you could just put away a few of the, yeah, just put away a
Yep.
few of that stuff. Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Okay. And we're walking through here, and we're going to go through the portal to get to the island. It's going to be a tight fit because it's a small bathhouse we're going through.
Small bathhouse. Speaking of which, how when you teleport, like, what does it look like? Do you just like apparate there? Or do you like come from
Um,
the water?
It it's not coming from the water. Weirdly enough, Steam opens up every time he walks through it, but it's more like a movie cut where like when you open a door, you cut to like another scene or cut to another room. That's kind of how it
Gotcha.
looks like.
So you all end up in the bathhouse, and you notice that Dale is there looking around, very, very confused.
Hey Dale, how you
Hey,
doing?
Dale.
Um,
Hey, Bodhi.
uh, did Rachel tell you about the things going on?
I haven't spoken to Rachel today. I didn't know she was doing something with the tower, so I just didn't want to bother her work.
Do you have access to the security cameras for the property here from your bunker?
No. Is something happening? Should I put on my vestments?
Yeah, you probably should. Yeah,
Probably should, yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I was just joking. Okay, yeah, give me a. He'll get up and like run out with towels on. Starts to like get the gold.
Yeah, we're gonna. There may be. Have you dealt with vampires before, Dale?
Dale looks afraid. And it occurs to you, for as much as Dale has been in the media, it's never been because Dale defended the city from this or Dale did this. You're not sure Dale actually is good at fighting,
Oh.
but he does have a short sword.
Oh.
Yeah. Well. Um. Hold, uh. Hold still in the calm of the storm. Can you come here for a moment? Um.
Lower.
So hold still. This is Dale. Dale. This is hold still in the eye of the storm. So she is going to be holding the this camera um, during the events, um, so that if anything, if you do anything heroic, we'll be able to get that on the news for you.
Hmm.
Well, it'll be all over the social medias, the Instagrams, GodTube. It'll be everywhere. People will see you doing good, um, and your good deeds.
For the rest of the scene, you will have +3 enhancement to kind of allocate any for any social role with Dale because you're speaking his language right now. He's like, yeah, he like, makes sure everything's nice, takes his sword, polishes a bit. To arms, men!
Okay. Well, first things first. Um, Nolan is just gonna do a thing. He's just gonna pop him upside the head, just the forehead, just exactly like that.
Mhm.
All right, you have the God of War's blessing in battle.
I can't lose today. Thank you, friend. And you can see like his demeanor is changing. He's like his voice is trying to emulate those like action heroes, which could be a good thing.
He's just gonna lean over. Um, I don't even know how that works. I don't even think that actually works, but apparently it gives him confidence. It works on the boys all the time for some reason.
It, it, it's the morale thing, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, but like, it's always just like if I don't do the forehead dig, if I don't pop him up the forehead, apparently like it just
Yeah, and
appear. Oh, yeah.
It's a
It's weird.
ritual of sorts. And whether or not the actual power is in the ritual itself or the power comes from the divine, they don't need to know. They just need to know that because you did it, they now have power.
See, that's why I like you, Bodhi. You're the like I think I'm the grounded one, but like you're the morality of the party.
Morality, if it's the right word, but yeah, we can go with that.
Sure. Okay. All right. It's just gonna load up a gun, and so we go and kill a vampire. Huh.
Hmm?
Do we even know what the vampire looks like? I just know it's floating outside the door.
Woody's gonna check his phone. Did Rachel like send like a picture or like it's just text saying there's a vampire floating outside my door?
Yeah, no picture.
A picture. All right. So, um, we are going to. I'm gonna give Rachel a little ring. See, like, hey, we're in the basement. So, how's things going? Are you holding the fort down? Do we? What are we looking at?
No answer.
All right. Have we? This is the first time we've been to the tower since, or this last session was the first time we've been to the tower.
Yes.
So we don't actually know what room Rachel is in.
No.
Okay. All right. So we got to. It's only like 3 floors, though, right? At this point, it's only
Yeah, the
okay.
basement and then like the third, there's three completed floors, and then the fourth one was being built until you convinced Doug, like, maybe now is not the time for that. Let's do
All
other
right.
things.
All right. Um, so no word from Rachel.
Mm-hmm.
She never told us what room she was in. So we have a couple of options. We could have a scouting party, just kind of go outside and try to track it down, see if they can spot it. We can maybe send another party up to the unfinished floor to kind of get up higher than the vampire and then look down on it. Maybe that'll we'll be able to find it that way.
How good are you guys getting about from place to place, maneuvering?
Mostly done on foot.
Um, if you want, if you guys want to go in, because I don't know how you guys battle. I know we're more face forward, so we can storm through places. That's kind of our thing.
All right. You got it. A couple of guys got here are scouts. They got you know. Some of them have actually just don't talk. Um, unless it's really important, like uh, that guy from the Kevin Smith movies, the
Oh,
one that was the overcoat, the beard.
you're right, right.
Yeah, um, and they're pretty good shots with their bow and arrows. So if there's that, um, I mean, I guess we should find the vampire before we just we don't want to just like run out there and like we're all running around on the ground floor or outside because she said it was out the window, and the vampire's like on the third floor and it's just like floating over us and just firing shots in the air randomly might not be the best.
Hmm. Doug,
Dale?
Dale.
Dale?
Good God, both of them. Um, Dale,
Yeah, yes.
you got 4 plans?
No, that's I could email or I guess call Doug.
Right. Call Doug. Tell him to send floor plans to phones.
Okay. Take it on the phone, calls Doug, and you hear him say, "Hey Doug, just I need some floor plans. No, it's not that I don't trust you, but like I just need them. Well, I can't tell you why I need them. Doug, don't embarrass me.
Random thought, just putting it out there. Um, what are the odds that in the working relationship that Doug has with Rachel that he has uh, Find My Friend on his phone?
Based on the working relationship that Doug would have with Rachel and Doug's very borderline creepy obsession with the people he cares about,
Mm-hmm.
he absolutely does.
Ah,
Dale, if you can also have Doug get Rachel's location from the app on his phone to track her phone, that would be also helpful.
Okay, so they'll be like, okay, Doug, fine, no floor plans. Can you just track Rachel's phone for me? Doug, I don't have a crush on her. I just need to make sure she's okay. And eventually, it comes through that Rachel is on the second floor in the like cafeteria area for some reason.
All right. Well, it looks like we got a starting point.
okay. All right. I know what to do. Um, he's just gonna crack his head, crack his neck. All right. You see his eye. One of his eyes glow that usual kind of gold, but the other one is flickering between gold and green as if it's trying to figure out which thing is going. Um, and he just goes, "All right, gentlemen, in formation, second floor, cafeteria." And he is going to imbued one legend and do marching orders. You grant enhancement two to yourself or another character on rolls to command heavy followers for one scene. Um, if the target interacts with a character who is his subordinate in a military or paramilitary group, the subordinate's attitude is treated as 1 point higher. This does not stack with magical stuff, but this will help with giving them straightforward commands to move back and forth. All right, pincer attack. You guys are going to go and provide our monk friends support. Fire heavy, but not fire on them. Uh, Billy, James, Harvey, you are going to go straight forward. I need to see claymores at the ready, shields down. Also, one of you is going to be on point with Dale over there, so make sure you're protecting Dale. No fuck up, guys.
Everybody ready to go. Formation is on point.
Also, last thing, anyone who can provide me a vampire's body or head, you get unlimited passes for the month.
I want to say that's a plus one extra on that. That is motivation right there.
All right, gentlemen, move out and don't fuck it up.
All right. They are going to start heading toward the second floor calf uh, to try and find Rachel and Yuri.
Ready, buddy?
Let's do it.
And Dale's going to follow you all just because that's what he would do.
Yeah.
All right. You make your way to the second floor. And the second floor the way the entire tower is, it is a massive circle, like quarter of a mile long. But you start heading towards the cafeteria, and it is, deadly quiet. By the time you make it to the cafeteria, everyone they're outside the doors, waiting on you all to like enter, so you can decide what you do when you get inside.
Um, so Bodhi's had the monks and nuns kind of securing the behind them.
Hmm.
So they'll be falling out around the first floor, kind of making sure there's no other vampires or
Yeah.
whatever this thing is, and making sure that if there needs to be a retreat, their retreat is guarded.
Can you, for them, roll me a scouting roll of some sort?
Okay. So would I just roll the dots that I have in the birthright for that, or and add it to like cunning?
Yeah, Dowsing and Birthright, add to Cunning, and then we'll say +1 because that is their job. They are actually like scouting things out.
All right. Dealing with the explosions. Hold on. So that is 4 successes.
At some point before you make it to the cafeteria, someone comes back and lets you know that there is, in fact, a second vampire who is, or there is at least a vampire who is outside, kind of like floating around, looking in windows.
Okay. All right. So, what do you think, Nolan? You and your boys and your people handle this one, and we'll take the one outside.
Okay.
Or yeah. All right. And we'll have them lead me to the one outside.
All right. So you are gonna go back to the first floor, go down and start making your way so you can see this vampire that is like just essentially just circling the tower.
Yeah. And imagine it's
Nolan.
dark inside, outside, so or inside, so it can't really see. That vampire can't really see too well inside.
Mhm.
Okay, good. Noted.
Nolan, you are right in front of the cafeteria where, at the very least, Rachel's phone is.
Um, just scouting just to make sure um, signs of life, signs of Rachel being here, or even that feeling of like coldness or whatever it is that she does.
He does do that a lot. So did you open the door?
Slightly, yeah.
So slightly, you don't see Rachel. You do see, looks like to be like just some staff cleaning up, like doing some mopping.
If that's the case, he's just gonna slowly have the boys follow him.
Hmm.
Not necessarily crashing through, but he is going to make his presence known.
Right. I'm assuming the gun is out when you make your presence
Oh,
known.
gun is definitely out.
Okay, so person turns around, it's like, oh no, hi,
Hi, hi.
hi,
Can you confirm your identity for us? Security.
oh yeah, no, my name is Phil. I just started working here today.
I, no one's gonna suss him out on that. Uh-huh. Phil. Just to see if there's any shenanigans. Be like, okay, Phil, how long you been working here?
Oh, uh, just today. I got the job from Doug.
Job from Doug. Any weirdness you've seen? Anything?
Uh, just a lot of dirt for a cafeteria that shouldn't really serve that many people yet.
Okay. You seen Rachel?
Who's Rachel?
What was the name of the other person again?
Yuri?
Arca Yuri. Have you seen two feminine individuals around?
I saw them earlier tonight, but I saw two. Like they went to the third floor.
They went to the third floor. He is going to look him dead in the eye. He's just sussing him out. Be like, okay, is he telling me the truth or is he bullshitting me?
Give me a cunning empathy roll. That's
Any empathy? Okay. Just waiting for my PDF to load so I can see how many dice I'm rolling with. Adobe, please. Let's see. Um, and you said this
I
was
think empathy feels like a good like.
empathy. Okay,
I'm trying
empathy,
to see if I
cunning.
can.
4, 5, 6, 7. And can I add stubbornness to this?
You know what? Sure. You're like you're saying it makes sense. But I don't fucking buy it.
Okay. Um, just reroll that one. Uh, with that in mind, and I have two enhancements. That would be no, three enhancements. So seven, seven. I can do math.
So everything that Phil is saying seems correct, right? And so you're at some point you're actually like start to feel bad, and you're like, oh, I'm sorry, but sorry to bother you. And as you like kind of like calm down, your mind is able to like actually like look Phil over less as a threat and more just as a human being. And you notice something. Phil must love a good strawberry jam sandwich because there's some like nice red stuff right here on his mouth.
He's just gonna go, hey, there's something. Uh, let me get it. Let me get it. And as soon as he like gets up close, Nolan grabs him by the back of the neck, puts the gun up against his chest, and just
Mm-hmm.
fires.
Poor Phil. Okay, this is what we're going to do. Considering he's not technically human, I am going to have you roll. I
Okay.
will say you have +3 enhancement because like the gun's on him. So it's not so much hitting him with the weapon, but more so can you hit him in an area that's going to harm him, or
Right. And I'm hitting him with Loverboy.
oh, is it a normal lover boy shot or like a
Oh, it's that's he's using that intensity. So it's not a regular shot. It's definitely with one of the
that's not
um
good, Phil. It's not good
yeah.
for Phil.
This is Dex and
Firearm.
firearms. Okay.
Yeah. Yes. Right. What are they doing?
Okay.
Bodhi, you are making your way down and you hear the familiar shot of Loverboy going off.
Four successes.
So you grab him and you shoot through, and you see that spear-shaped flaming bullet pass through. And Phil's head just kind of goes straight out, turns around 180 degrees, and says, "You really shouldn't pull me in so close to your neck." And with that, we switch over to Bodhi. Uh, so you're on the first floor now. And your group had let you know uh the vampire is flying very quickly, passes by this area about once every 10 minutes.
I guess we're gonna have to do something to get his attention. Does it her attention? Its attention. Didn't actually get a description of the vampire from anybody. What do we got? What do we deal with?
Uh, feminine presenting, very, very much like Blade, just wearing all black and leather. It's like she's trying to seem like a vampire.
She's trying to seem like a vampire.
I mean, I don't, she flies around like this. It all seems too formulaic.
Like she watched too many.
It,
Um, she watched Van Helsing one too many times, and you know maybe she's got something else going on, but
something
she
seems
she
off.
she she took the wrong kind. She ate the wrong kind of mushrooms,
No.
or the right kind of mushrooms, depending on what you're looking for. And so yeah, all right. Um, all right, we're gonna set up in this room.
hmm
Uh, I guess I'll be the bait. Um, and we'll see if we can get her to fly in.
Okay.
Um, it's gonna open up a window. Is going to hang out by the window. Let me see. So I'm trying to see if he's going to be putting himself out as bait
Right.
and for a predatory creature of the night that he's never encountered and has only heard of legends. Uh, Going to invoke the legendary title of Who is Calm
Beautiful.
to tap and to try to manifest his lover calling to draw this femme
Oh,
presenting vampire into him.
interesting. Yeah, okay. That will come into play very shortly. So as you're just exuding this magnetic calmness, you hear someone say, "Ooh la la." Now, who might you be, pretty one? And very much there was a woman floating down in very long black trench coat, some nice like dark black glasses, kind of like pulling their bottom lip in to like show off their fangs, very much trying to make it clear, I am vampire.
I am Bodhi Lee, and who are you? And what are you doing out on looking so fabulous on out here on this middle of this island with a construction project going on?
I'm enjoying my freedom. Would
What
you
was
like
your
to
name?
be with me? Ah, yes, my name, Sasha.
Sasha. Tell me a little bit more about yourself. It's a lovely name.
Thank you. Well, as you can see, I'm a vampire. Um, I've been a vampire for a long time, very long.
Well, I'm glad you're not, like one of those vampires that gets stuck in, the 16th century. You know how to, keep up with the style. Very, chic of you.
Thank you. I bought this today.
Looks good on you. Very demure, very mindful. So tell me, uh, are you from around here?
Hmm. Sasha is not slick. So she's gonna try to hypnotize you.
All right,
Not in like a through words. She's literally gonna take out a pocket watch and like attempt to hypnotize you.
all right.
Roll an integrity.
Composure,
Yeah. Let's see how good you are hypnosis, Sasha.
strength of conviction, specialty applying.
Yes.
Oh, that's a lot of tens. That's not a good sign for Sasha. That's six successes.
She got 6 successes. So as she like looks, she's like, "Are you hypnotized yet? Did it work yet?"
What do you? He's gonna try to play along with this. Does my currently invoked legendary
Yes.
title give me an enhancement to make that seven successes?
Actually, yeah, it would.
All right. So he's going to try to play along with her to lure her in until um, she does something aggressive. Otherwise, he's going to play along
Okay.
and lead her on and try to get as much details.
Okay. That should be pretty easy to do. As soon as you start to play along, you see this kind of like joyous spin in the air. She's like, "Yes, my first ever hypnosis, it worked! Oh, such a good vampire!" And then she flies down to you and says, "Now, minion, here is your first order." And she reaches into her trench coat and she's like, and she hands you a book.
Reach
And
out
then
and
she,
take the book without breaking eye contact.
okay. And she's like, "We are going to have a reading date. You're going to read this book, and I'm going to read this book."
You're not going to get tired floating in the air like this.
You're right. And she flies. Now, I'm assuming your monks and nuns are like just in the room, arrows out.
They're in the room, but the lights are out in the room, so the
Yeah.
only source of light is what's coming in through the window.
Okay. So yeah, she will
And
fly
she's wearing
on.
sunglasses at night, so I don't know how well that might help her sight.
She is not as perceptive as you would expect. You're starting to get the feeling that by a long time vampire, she means like 3 hours. So like all of this is like new to her.
Mm-hmm.
So she flies in and is looking for chairs. And she like pulls up a chair for you. She gets a chair for her. And then she's like, "All right, minion, you can begin reading."
Let me just sit with my back to the moonlight so that I can see your uh, radiance
Oh, yes, that makes sense. And then she will switch chairs.
to make sure that she's facing him in the window and
Yep,
not any of the
in the room.
anybody else in the room. Um, what book is this?
Let's see. Uh, it is going to be. Oh, my computer can't do things at once, two things at once. Oh, a Wizard of Earthsea.
As the player, I have never heard of this book. I don't know what it is.
I
But
essentially, as a story guide, I literally typed in, "What books do young adults read?"
all right. But I imagine with him being a man of culture and a former Instagram
Hmm.
influencer, still kind of current, but and big on the God tubes and the social medias. He has some idea of what's going on in popular culture at some point. Um, so he's going to give a little, performance in the reading,
Yep.
so that it's not just, I he may have some familiarity with it, so he can kind of guess and put the proper emphasis on certain voices and characters, and to properly read this
Okay.
story out loud.
When you start reading it out loud, she'll be like, "No, no, no, man, you have to read quietly, and I'll read quietly, and we're reading quietly together."
Oh, okay.
And
He's gonna
that,
lean back and kind of hold the book up, um, so he can look over
mhm.
and watch her. Um,
um, and for at least the first 4 minutes, she's just reading. Nolan, I'm going to need you to roll me a stamina roll, whatever
Okay.
your highest resilience roll is, as this owl-necked vampire is going to attempt to bite you.
And it's just stamina.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to roll a full defense, but you can roll just the stamina. And um,
That would be a 4.
yeah, unfortunately, you're unable to free yourself in time as the head just chomps down and starts like draining your life essence.
All
And you
right.
take one bruise condition, uh, and you see as the hole that you put in the thing's back slash stomach begins to close up.
Of course. Of course, of course. Um, this is gonna suck for the both of us then. Um, because if he's up close like this,
Hmm.
um, let me see. Hold on. Let me make sure. Yeah, I am going to fire again, but this time use the my master weapons um knack.
What does that do?
At the beginning, I choose one of my favorite weapons,
Hmm.
and they get an additional number of tag points, up to my ward calling. My ward's callings too.
Hmm.
So there's now an aggravated added to this new shot.
Yeah, no, that's fair. All right. And it will be the same to the last time. He is up close and he is kind of distracted, chomping you. So you get that +3 enhancement on the shot.
5. Okay, 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 cool, cool, cool.
And just for clarification, are you holding on to him to keep him close?
Yes,
Okay.
that would be 5. 5 is going shooting out onto him.
So as you shoot through, he like pulls back and yowls as like your blood just like spurts across, and he tries to back away, but you are in fact grabbing onto him, and so he's going to have to roll to escape. What are your what's the muscle doing?
Oh yeah, I'm having if I'm still holding on to him, swords down, guns ready, and
Yep.
I'm having two of them claymores go into him.
They're heavy, so roll me. Uh, Yeesh. Wait, Claymore mines?
No, not mines, but
Like,
the sword claymores. We're
give
we're not
me.
trying to blow ourselves up with me attached to this man.
I was like, that seems like a dangerous choice. Uh,
That's a little bit of much.
Give me a might roll and add your birthright dots to that.
Ooh, okay.
+2 or +1 because they're heavy.
Oh, where do I find my birthright dice?
I don't remember how many dots we put in. Let us say two. I think we did three for that. Let's say three for now, and then we can like figure out the exact number later.
Okay,
So it'll be like your might +4 in total.
might +4. Okay.
Poor vampire.
If this thing will load, it. Thank you. Okay, that'd be 5.
Mhm. You're holding him, and two of your guards just run up, swords in hand, and skewer him right through the stomach. Um, and unfortunately, because there's that aggravated shot through him, he's having a hard time to heal.
Yeah. All right. What was your name again?
It's fuck you, that's my name.
Okay, guys, can you go and like lift the swords just up a little bit, just so our buddy can talk?
Hold up. No, you don't want the girl to die now, do you?
Oh, okay. See now, okay, now you understand what we're talking about. All right, where is the girl?
See, it wouldn't be smart for me to tell you where the girl is now, because as it stands, if you don't get to her, she'll die, and that keeps me alive.
Here's the thing, though. So either way, it works out for me either way. So I could have the girl alive, and we might be having to have a conversation, or she could die. Although there's some people who are okay with her dying, and you would just be ash on the floor. Don't tempt it. Girl alive keeps you alive.
Okay, fine.
Where's the girl?
She is in her room on the third floor.
Is he bullshitting me?
Give me that empathy cunning.
Or, and can I add 7 to this?
Yes.
3, 4, reroll that 10. All right, we got a 5. We got a
Yeah, no, he's
5
lying through
now.
his teeth. His
Okay.
two fanged teeth.
Yeah, okay. See, why are you playing with me? Like, this has not been a good day or a good month for me. Boys, I think he doesn't understand that I'm not joking. So, if you can just go ahead, crank them swords up a little bit higher.
Hold on. Okay. She's in the freezer.
And he just points out to 2 guys, scope out this freezer, check for any explosive or traps.
Okay. Um, they're gonna go and they're gonna come back. No traps, but the stove is in front of it. The like heavy duty industrial stove meant to feed a tower this large is in front of it.
Okay, which one of you? Okay, Jeffrey, listen. All right, Jeffrey, I know people have asked about this, but I really don't care. I really don't care. I know you're juicing. I need you, Avery, and Max to go start lifting that freezer and pulling it out. Yeah,
All
I've seen the post. I know you guys can bench. All right.
right. That was a joke, boss.
Yeah,
Gosh.
with yeah, your PR and everything. Yeah. Go handle it.
I don't think you want to do that. You don't want to see the girl.
It's just gonna like reload the bullet and just go, all right, explain why are you doing this? What is this? Why don't we want to see the girl?
What do you put in a freezer? You put your leftover food.
Boys, if you can just again lift them swords up just one more time, I
No,
feel
no.
like again, straight answer.
How smart are you, Jeffrey? Phil. I don't think Phil is that smart. So Phil is going to attempt to. There's two swords in him and a gun on him. Yeah. Phil is going to attempt to run by just like ripping his body through the swords. He's undead. Like, it's not out of the realm of possibility. Unless he gets zero successes. So he's going to like turn and run, but the way he turns, because even though he's undead, like there's still like bones there, he runs into his spine with the sword and just slumps over. Not dead, but clearly like very close to being dead again, or re-dead, or officially dead. Like he is not much for this world.
Ah, Phil. Now I remember your name. Philip. Uh, Phillips. Philip head. Can I feel like you're new at this? All right. So here's how it works. You tell me the details of everything. I get the thing. You get to live because of my good graces, and then we'll figure out from there. So you start by telling me exactly everything you know and everything I need to know.
Yeah, okay, he's dying. He doesn't want to die. We were made vampires today.
Congratulations. All right. That's wonderful.
He told us to kill her.
He who,
We didn't see him, but we think he was some sort of scion. He could communicate in our minds.
okay, was he the one that turned you into a vampire?
No, this woman with red eyes did.
A woman with red eyes turned you into a vampire.
Yes.
And another person decided to sweep you off your feet, tell you to kill the girl to do what?
Look, I don't know if you've been a vampire. It's really just it's confusing. Like I don't know what's happening.
Never been a vampire. Although I am apparently turning into a god. Hi, Scion here.
Hi, boss. How's it going? And he
Oh,
like
great. I
tries
just
to get up. Like, my name's Phil, and his hand is like limping.
he's just gonna put a boot down and says, "Oh no, don't get up on my behalf." Especially when you bid on this. When you bid on this, well,
You know,
so
your your blood did taste really, really good.
you know what? Normally, that type of flirting might encourage me to be a little bit nicer, but you you've lied to me about how many boys? How many times has he lied to me? Someone get the pad.
Poor boss.
4 times. Four. That is one time too many. That is three strikes, and he did a fourth strike, and I said
Okay, wait.
smiting you.
What if I help you find? the woman with the red eyes.
He's being helpful now. How would you be able to do that, Phil?
Well, I know what she looks like.
Okay.
I
And
I can because she sired me, I can feel her.
great. Is she on the island?
You hear the same guy say, 5 times, boss.
5 times. Great. You know what? We have a winner here. Well, Phil, meaning last words.
I love you.
He just fires. Just
Okay.
fires.
Bodhi, you hear a second, or I guess a tertiary shot, um, and things just kind of quiet down on the second floor as you are reading or pretending to read Earthsea.
Yep, he's kind of holding the book up like he's reading it, with the
Uh,
moonlight coming in over so you can look at the page, and
you
looking right over the top of the book, right into Sasha's sunglasses.
you see she's like breathing heavy, almost like she's in pain.
Sasha, you doing all right there?
What? Oh, yeah, yes. Thank you for asking, my minion. It's just it's hard being a vegan vampire.
You're breathing kind of hard. I didn't know vampires breathed.
Apparently, eventually you stop, but if it's been less than a day, less than 100 years, because I'm a long time vampire, but it takes a while for the not breathing to happen.
Yeah.
But I'm really hungry, and
What is this? What is a vegan vampire? How does that work?
well, I didn't eat meat when I was alive.
Which is respectable. Yes. So now that so do you not drink blood?
I don't.
How do you gain? I thought that's how vampires gain nourishment.
That's what the woman told me. Yes.
What woman?
I forgot her name, but she was very beautiful. Bright red eyes. Uh, she told us to meet her hair.
Bright red eyes. And he's going to begin to could describe Yuri back to Sasha.
You've met her. Oh my God, isn't she the best?
She is quite a captivating individual, I will say. Not as much as she's nowhere near as lovely as you, but still. Um,
Um, so you'll say that, and then she'll get like a big smile, and then the smile will drop, and she'll be like, "But you don't mean that. You're just saying that because you're my minion. This isn't right." And then she will, in her mind, break the minionhood. Of course, just fuck all because you're not her.
what the?
She's like, I'm very sorry. I think I should go.
Who? What is the?
It's a gift. Keep it.
Right. So, and after at least talk to me a little bit more. Tell me about the what you're doing here since we had this little hypnotism snafu.
I guess I do owe you at least that. My brother and I returned. There's no point in lying. My brother and I returned this afternoon, early this afternoon. Um, and we started playing around with our powers. And then as it became nighttime, we were communicated to through somebody. telling us to s s steal things, or we had to steal some gas for some people. And then we were giving a new order, and we figured that's just what happens when you're a vampire. We had to kill this woman in this direction. We tried to. Uh, I was supposed to go first, and she was just like sitting down. I didn't want to like attack her. My brother attacked her, so we were trying to finish the job, but I don't. I think I'm gonna find Phil and just head home.
Um,
But I'm really, really sorry.
the woman that you just mentioned describing, the last time I saw her, she was with Yuri, the woman who turned you.
That's weird. Why would they need us to kill her? Like Yuri is way stronger than me. Like,
Was it Yuri's? When you heard it in your head, was it Yuri's voice or was it someone else's voice?
no, different, different.
Different voice. Okay, okay. Still like, I mean, why would another vampire's voice be in your head if it wasn't Yuri's though?
I honestly don't know.
All right. Oh, so here, I want you to take this, and he's gonna take out a little card with the so there's some people I know who have a lot of experience with overcoming uh, urges and temptations.
Are you gonna make a monk vampire?
So if you feel the urge, if you need to talk to someone who has worked on this for overcoming, and many of these people have been doing this for years, decades even. Um, Maybe this is something that can help you out if you want to stay on the path of being a vegan vampire. And is going to give a card for the monastery.
And she'll
Um,
take it, and she's like, "Thank you. I think
be in touch. We're definitely willing to help to listen. And he's going to stand up and kind of step out to the side and give her the opportunity to fly out the room.
all right." And then she will just fly out. You have a level one fate bind. The vegan vampire monk, and I cannot wait to see how that.
Woohoo!
Oh gosh.
Does
It's a,
Demigod sheet not have a spot for fate binds on it?
hmm?
I'll figure it out.
Nice. So you have taken care of this vampire, uh, and based on the lack of gunshots, it's safe to assume that Nolan has taken care of his vampire. Are you gonna head back?
Yeah, heading up.
All right. Uh, Nolan, after shooting this vampire, uh, soldiers have. It took like three more people than I anticipated, but like they eventually moved the stove out of the way and opened up the freezer, and inside is a very bloodied, though 0% frostbitten Rachel.
Rachel, you seem to find yourself locked in the freezer.
She's gonna look to you. Thanks for showing up.
Oh, no, no problem. It just took us a few trips getting here. There was a vampire that bit me. Also, people are out trying to kill you. I need to figure out why that is. Do you have any ideas?
No, is Yuri okay?
Don't know where Yuri is. Um, you may or may not be set up.
Oh,
She may have set you up. I don't know. We have to figure that part out.
and then she'll like slowly get up, and you can tell just by the blood on the floor, she has lost a sizable amount of blood.
How you feeling?
A little lightheaded, but it'll pass.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you survived all that while being frozen. Yes, you are definitely something. Okay, where is Bodhi?
Yeah, 40 by this time you would have gotten back.
Bodhi, I got Rachel.
Oh, good. Is Phil somewhere on the floor? I'm
I
guessing.
assume, I assume so.
Yeah, still on the floor.
Yeah.
All right, Phil's still on the floor. Oh, I see you met Phil.
Yeah. He met my bullet. He met my neck, and then he met a few more bullets. Phil didn't like to play nice, so Phil ended up like this.
Oh, Sasha was much more personable. Um, did he point out that Yuri is apparently can make vampires?
Well, I did not know that part, but you know what I did find out that a god hired Chucklefuck one and I delightful whatever happened. I'm guessing with the other vampire. Is she
She thought it was a message from the vampire at first, but then we talked through it and figured out that um, it wasn't Yuri's voice that she heard to tell her to come get Rachel.
yeah, I'm guessing our good whatever deity, male deity, masculine, something, hired them or was calling them to come and kill Rachel.
Yeah, that is something that she also confirmed. Rachel there, she did come to kill you. Also, apparently they were like stealing gasoline from cars. That seems weird.
Think I'm starting to put two and two together. I think this was a setup.
All right. Well, um, is Rachel noticeably like in bad shape? Like that can be fixed with any like first aid, simple first aid or anything?
Based on the amount of blood that's in the freezer, Rachel should be dead. Like half of the blood that should be in her body is on the floor. Uh,
Okay.
an inexperienced vampire who like just like opens up the wound and like wanders off.
All right.
Uh, for the amount of blood that's gone, she should not be. So she seems like slightly woozy, but nowhere near as bad as it should be.
But there's not like a gaping wound that could be patched
There are
up or
like
anything.
two fairly large fang bites in her neck.
All right. Um, Bodhi is going to do what he can to offer first aid.
Okay,
Um,
let's go. Medicine intellect, we'll say.
um, we could say that,
Or
or that the resolve to kind of keep Rachel alive
mhm.
is more of like a
Okay.
this is more like a you're not going to die on me, damn it. Then I know what I'm doing.
Man, okay, no, I like it.
While Bodhi's doing that, I am trying to figure out
Tens are
what is
loving me
Rachel.
today. Three.
Three. Yeah. Um, after you put together that Rachel probably doesn't need as much blood as the average person, but she probably needs some. You're able to patch her up, get her some like fluids, and you can see that she's already starting to like the eyes are focusing a little bit more, like the recovery is coming quickly. Um, oh no. Bodhi, roll me 1d10. Just one for funsies.
I'm sure that's rolled a two. That's probably not the best roll I could have made there.
Because of the nature of this role, you only had a 10% chance for my fun to happen, and you were very close to that chance, but it did not happen.
All right.
Okay. You see, at one point, her eyes go blank. And then she's just like, thank you, Bodhi. I feel a lot better.
Yeah, yeah. You're welcome. So yeah. When was the last time you saw Yuri? Because you were with her when we left, and then there was the thing going on. Was Yuri there when the thing hacked, or?
Uh, no. She was in there, and then the vampire showed up, and then Yuri said like we should run away, and we just kind of got split up while we were running, and I ended up here.
Ah, maybe. Do you want to call her?
I did until you told out she might be the one trying to kill me.
Yeah, just give her a quick call.
Yeah, because if she is the one, and if she's still on the island,
Hmm.
maybe we want to know about that. Know what we might have to be dealing with. Um, uh, the
I
the vampires that we dealt with were rather young. Uh, Sasha apparently counts years and minutes, but that's a different story. Um, and I've seen Van Helsing way too many times, and probably owns the Blade trilogy, and watched the USA uh, series with uh, the one of those guys, with that one guy from Onyx, and yeah.
I'm going to need a persuasion roll from somebody.
Okay.
Bodhi, if you roll, you get plus one enhancement because you just did like treat the wound.
All right. And presence.
Yeah, that'll
All
work.
right. And does charming kick in here?
Yeah, yeah, that could kick in. I like that. Um,
That is three successes.
okay. So she really does not like the idea, but she will get on the phone. She calls and she puts it on speaker. And Yuri's like, "Oh my gosh, Rachel, are you okay?" And she's like, "Yeah, no, I'm fine. Are you good?" And they do like the pleasantry stuff. And Rachel's like, hey, I'm kind of tired, so I'm just gonna go to bed. I'll see you tomorrow." And Yuri's like, "Yeah, I think I'll do the same." That was wild, huh?
Um, I'm just looking at one of the guys.
I'm going to.
Send a warning shot outside, 90-degree angle. Not at anyone. Just fire that shot off for me, just in case.
Like out and up.
Out and up, not near the building, away from the building, just loud enough for someone to hear.
They are highly trained. And so if you say shoot that shot, it should go exactly like you see it. But they shoot it parallel to the ground. There is no elevation in that shot. It just goes straight across.
He's gonna walk outside, take his gun, just fire it out.
Knowing what Nolan is doing,
Hmm.
I'm going to activate um, Predator Senses sound, focusing on what comes over the out of Rachel's phone.
Hmm. You don't hear much coming from Rachel's phone. You do hear this slow trickle of water. And because you're on an island, like water, you hear that sound a lot, but this is a very different. It sounds like a slow trickle, and it sounds like it is coming from above you.
but not coming through the phone, and the
Right.
gunshot that Nolan just fired didn't come out. It wasn't able to be heard in the background of the phone at all.
Right.
Okay, gonna turn that back off because to just because keeping it on opens up the risk of other loud bangs causing hearing problems. So,
Mhm.
Um,
um, so um, there's water running upstairs, and we'll relay that to Nolan when he gets back.
Nolan comes back inside. Um, hey guys. Um, it seems like Dale has broken another window again, so we gotta go. He's making a gas leak. Um, Rachel, hang up the phone, just in case. We don't want an explosion happening.
Okay, bye. And his hands up the phone.
Okay, first problem. Bullets not going where they're supposed to outside.
What do you mean? We did exactly what you told us to do.
It's firing the bullet out. It should go exactly where I fired at, but also she didn't even make any mention of a gunshot, did she?
Nope.
She's not on the fucking island. Or she's not anywhere close, and she's kind of gotten the fuck out of here.
I mean, if she is a vampire, she could fly.
Most likely. And she's probably older, so wait, did one of you say water was running?
Yeah, I could hear. Sounded like water was running. And just Chaz, for clarification, that was on the phone. That wasn't a. Was that on the third floor, or thought I heard it, or
Was not on the floor, on the phone. It almost sounded like it was happening here. And because you were using that knack, um, each of the individual non-Scion humans in the area, or non-weird humans in the for
uh huh.
whatever Rachel is,
Mm-hmm.
it almost felt like they were the source of it, or at least it was happening around them.
Hmm. Well,
Just in case. Let me
that's the
see
thing.
something. Um, uh, let's see. I am going to throw on a living pillar or a living pillar. Knack.
What does that one do again?
Uh, when you protect someone else with your body, you are immune to environmental hazards. Just in case, because if there's water coming around our people, that I already know some type of hazard is about to happen, and I'm just like, okay,
Not taking chances.
no. I'm like, all right, we got the young lady. Um, we are going to go bathhouse. Everyone go straight forward. Do not stop for anything. If someone is down, grab them up as best as you can and keep moving.
Right. And
Where's
everybody.
Dale?
So you look around, you haven't seen Dale
Damn it.
in a while. Are you going to look for him, or are you going to go straight down?
I'm gonna try to get everyone else out first. All right. Single file. This is a small bathhouse we're going into. Okay, we're going. Rachel, you head in with them.
Okay.
There was none on Dale duty,
I had a guy on him as well.
so would think we would have a way of communicating with them to see
Someone
where Dale ended up.
give me a
Mhm.
walkie.
All right, you can attempt to walk her. No response.
My guy and your girl is not picking up. That's never a good sign.
It is not. No, no.
Do we have Dale's phone number? Wait,
Mm,
I know the easiest way to get in contact. He's dialing Doug's number.
Before the first ring even finishes, hey there, friend. How's
Gee, I can't even. Oh, nope. Don't even want to question that existential crisis. Um, listen. I need you to put me on three-way with your brother.
Oh, okay, give me a sec. And he calls. I guess he's asleep. Sorry. Is there anything I can do for you?
Okay. All right. Doug, you're gonna have an important mission.
Why y'all keep manipulating this poor man?
this
Listen, we're
man,
cleaning up
this
this
has
man's
more money
mess.
than many of the gods.
Well, he's
Fair.
a
More is
billionaire.
not the right word.
So you for important mission. He's like, yes. What can I do?
You are going to lock down that place, your office, and you're going to protect Rachel at all costs until I figure out what is going on.
He, he's good at crises. Like, wait, what happened? You know what?
Uh,
Not another time. Yes, I will make sure that she is safe.
okay, you are going grab as many security people as you can. Go to this address, the bathhouse. Everyone will be waiting for you when you get there.
All right, and you can hear like his second phone like already.
Also, no other scions unless you apps. Nope. If it's not me or Bodhi, or if it's just not me or Bodhi at all, you do not let them enter. Under no circumstances, you guys are closed.
Okay, can do.
Okay. And he's just letting everyone through the portal. Okay, go. Rachel is top priority. All right. Monks, none. It's great meeting you again. Maxwell has probably cleaned up everything just as well. You know, you don't have to experience all that. All right. Have a great one. Okay, stay safe. We will be there in a moment.
Everyone walks through. Door slams shut.
Let's them through. All right, let's go find Dale.
All right. Yeah. Dale has been kind of down on the dumps on himself recently. He's been kind of mopey and withdrawn, right?
Yep.
So he probably hasn't showered in a while, has he?
Well, y'all did find him in the bathhouse, so like no showering, but there is some sort of like,
He's got his own particular brand of funk on him. That
yeah, no, I can
okay.
see that.
Yeah, no. We're going to. I'm gonna activate. He is now my activating predator senses again to try to smell his to smell the funk.
I'm going to need a survival cunning.
Okay.
This needs one success.
I'll even assist.
That's okay. I got the one success with enhancements from predator senses. That makes it four successes.
Ooh.
Okay. Um, so for a while you're like, I don't think he's here. But then you realize you are smelling him. It's just that the smell is being covered up by blood.
Right, Phil.
Wherever he is, there is a lot of blood.
Right, right. And it's not the mess of Phil, or it's not blood from that was lost by Rachel.
Nope, this
This is new blood.
this is new blood.
Okay. I'm gonna follow my nose.
You make your way up to the second floor, couple rooms down from the cafeteria. And there is a soldier, a nun, and Dale. All kind of punctured full of holes with body parts kind of strewn about. And I think we're able to take a little bio break right about now, take in what's happening, and refresh our bodies, refresh our drinks, and we'll be back in about 5-ish minutes.
See ya. We'll be
See
back.
Welcome back. If you're just tuning in, the gang has just found Dale, or parts of Dale, or pieces of Dale. Uh, it is a bloody mess. Whoever Dale came in contact with definitely knew how to make a statement. What's really weird is that even if a Scion is not, fixated on combat, war, they tend to be hardier than your average human. So this should not have been easy to do, especially with the people like supporting him.
And the people who are supporting him are also no longer with us. Is
Yes.
that correct? What about the camera?
Smashed.
Is there a SD card or something in there that we can?
If there's any card, like everything is smashed. If like this tower would have Wi-Fi, and so if it goes straight to the cloud, you would have access to that.
Just gonna try to check the cloud backup to see if there's anything that can be recovered.
You're able to recover, like easily able to recover, um a good like 5 minutes. After Nolan goes in, Dale turns and it's like, you're gonna capture my greatness, right? We're gonna go and look for Rachel because Rachel's not in here. I can feel it. And so he goes searching, uh, runs into a woman with bright red eyes, wielding two long golden spikes.
Okay.
Uh,
Is that woman Yuri?
that woman is in fact Yuri.
Okay. That's not good. Um, but we is there any footage of what happened?
Uh, you do see Yuri attacks, and like right as she's charging, footage cuts out.
Okay.
Um, Nolan is on the phone while investigating. He's going to call Doug again.
Doug answers, "I'm here."
First, I'm going to need you. Are you sitting down?
No, I'm walking around making sure everyone in the bathhouse has what they need.
Okay. Um, I need you. That's just my sanctum, so no one should be able to really break in. Okay, is Rachel with you?
No, she's in the TV room, but there are multiple people watching her there as well. So she has enough people around her. We'd hear a commotion if people came in.
Okay. Um, First things first. Yuri's compromised. We can confirm that.
Uh, As and she like steals artifacts. Like, here's the thing, like sometimes you just have to steal an artifact. You can't always trace how.
Doug, I don't know how to tell you this. Your brother died in combat with Yuri.
I think you're mistaken. My brother is Dale, the Scion. Scions don't die.
So here's the thing. As you, being who you are, never heard about this, we can technically die. Granted, we sometimes pop out and come back depending on where we are, but this Bodhi, do you think he's
Is
gonna
this
pop
is
out?
is this on speakerphone? Is
Yeah,
this on
definitely on
speaker?
speaker.
Doug, I'm gonna send you something, um, and then I'm gonna send you a second thing, which is, you may want to be sitting down for this second thing. So he's gonna send the footage of his brother going to fight, going
Hmm.
about to go into a fight with Yuri,
Yeah.
and then he first give him time to watch that, and then he's going to take photos of what is left of his brother and his two bodyguards that we assigned him,
Hmm.
um, and send those photos to him.
Let's see how Doug takes this. Damn, Doug. So he sees that he's like, actually he says, "Oh, you mean dad?
Yes. Uh,
Is is there any chance that he can come back?"
Depends on. It's, there's a bunch of different variables to that. I don't even know what pantheon he's a part of, so I wouldn't be able to tell you heads or tails of how that works.
But if we
Um,
did know, we could get him back.
so, so we had a conversation with him when we were when you sent us out here. Remember that the first time, and we were talking to him, and he said he's the grandchild of Caesar's child. Does that sound right?
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
Okay. So yeah, I don't know how exactly that works because Caesar was a mortal, from my understanding.
Apparently, after he died, he was worshipped to the point where he was able to ascend as a divine, which is why even if you're within the lineage, sometimes it skips you.
Okay. So if Caesar rose up to the ranks of a god, or if Caesar was actually um, a Scion himself, then that would make a Theoi the likely possibility.
Yeah, that's why we went to Mount Olympus when we did our test run.
He's gonna put some coins on on Blaine just to to be on the safe side
Yeah.
um, on his eyes because he has change for bus fare. Um, okay, well, so yeah, there's that. Murray also apparently created um, so some vampires, which she then apparently sent, or someone who she's working with, to sent to uh, kill Rachel.
I you I when I spoke to Yuri, she promised me she wouldn't do that anymore.
What, Doug?
Yeah, Bodhi?
That statement is going to need further explanation.
When she was hired, it was under the premise that she would not create any more vampires.
You
Okay.
knew that Yuri's existence depends depends on the consumption of blood of human of the thing that makes human life go.
Only a little bit.
Did did she tell you only a little bit, or do you have some way of verifying this?
I have some way of verifying it. She said she can survive off of, a small amount of blood. She has drank some of my blood. I was fine. It was less than when I donate blood, and she was like good to go for a week.
So you gave a vampire with an unknown tendency to make other vampires, who was a scholar of what do you even call it? Is it relicnology?
Like, yeah, I gave a accomplished relicologist who also happened to have physical abilities to find the relics herself, the financial backing in order to fund Scion Tower.
God, he's an immortal. He's an immortal Tomb Raider.
Like, how does it get better than that? She's had centuries to study and centuries to hone her physical prowess. We can get anything.
I think
How
Nolan's
many
eyes flare.
how many of your relics did you give her access to?
Oh, she has all of them.
And
That's her job. Like you
immediately, I think
Tell
Nolan's
me,
eyes immediately turn green.
tell me, just tell me you have, you know, that they're in a vault somewhere that has at least security footage on it or alternate security covering it, um, and that you didn't give this woman who you knew for a week, 2 weeks. How long did
she
you have?
has great references.
Did you verify the references? Were they not her on just
I
right?
we called them and did background checks. Like she's great.
Aren't vampires known for being deceitful little?
Well, I'm sure she deceived me on some things, but as long as she didn't deceive me on the important things.
Your brother being dead is part of the very important thing here, Doug.
She deceived you on a lot of very important things.
I don't think you understand. She has weapons that could possibly destroy his soul. Do you know what that means? That means he could possibly never, and I mean never come back. That means no Mountain Olympus. That means you will never see him again. Do you not understand that you have put every single person in danger? You've caused a possible apocalypse if some sort of bad any sort of ancient relics out there and she's just willy-nilly using it and you've given her full access to it. Not only that, there's the nature of Rachel, which has not been explained. We have not even figured out. There's the nature of the tower, which is possibly under attack by possible giants. Do you know what that's like when giants have decided that you have fucked around too much, that now you're about to find out? That means everyone in the city, possible state, even the country will find out. I don't think you understand the gravity of the magnitude of levels you have found ways to mess up Doug. And it's ultimately has cost you your family and other people's families. I have to go and explain to someone why they won't see their boyfriend soon.
But but he's a scion.
We can still die. through other means due to other scions. Other scions kill other scions all the time. It's just you don't hear it often because it's not part of the stories, not too often. And you want to know why? Because if you found out that your god, the one that you're serving under, could possibly die at any moment due to some sort of shenanigans, never to be able to come back or reincarnate or just come back ever again, you all would panic.
Question for Nolan. Are you like telling him this, but like keeping some of the training wheels on to not like shatter his brain? Or are you just like, you've gone too far. You need to hear all the things right now because
I think we've training wheeled a little bit too much.
and so now we're correcting.
We gotta just correct this whole thing. We gotta take off the training wheels because we've trained the wheel a little bit too much, and that's why we're here now. Because every time we're like, okay, we'll fix this, but this time it's like your own family's dead, and there's no concern here because you think he's just gonna pop up like a daisy.
Okay. So he did not succeed. So you just hear him start muttering, but he's a scion. But he's a scion.
Um,
And
I,
then after about like a minute, someone says like, hey boss, we had to take him to the bathroom. He's not doing well.
Um, all right.
we'll grab the bodies and then we just have to go because we have a big problem now.
So, let's hope Doug was when Doug has composed himself. Um, we need to finish this conversation because there is more going on with Yuri, and we need to find that out. Um, I don't imagine there's going to be any danger. She's probably gotten what she wanted and is probably already left. But just
That's
to be on the safe side, red eyes, no, no, or no, just a
on
no.
site, right? Um, he's collecting body parts and anything else he can just to at least put somebody back together, some people back together, and
hmm
have like a proper something.
And as you collect as many body parts together, it's hard to tell, but whatever Yuri told Doug with either a bold-faced lie, she does need a lot of blood slash flesh, or she just enjoys it like a midnight snack because there's a lot of like body missing in the carnage now that you like put the bodies as much as you can back together.
Bodhi, I've been on plenty of war zones, battlefields. I've had my hand in a few things that are questionable, but not too questionable. Like just on the board, questionable with Merc work. This is not that. This is someone had fun, but also was hungry at the same time because there's chunks here missing.
Yeah, um, that is, and you can kind of tell like Bodhi is he's never quite seen this level of depravity before, so he's kind of just like, yeah, um, this is he's just kind of looking to see if there's anything else that he can find that possibly would like, did Jerry have a room here? Where here she had to have a room here. Where's her room? Maybe there's evidence
Yuri
there.
did have a room here. Yes.
He's gonna like try to go. Maybe there's something in her room we can find. We can try like.
We just have to do a quick investigation because the longer we're not near those two, the chances of things going haywire even more is gets higher.
Right, right.
I'm so glad you said that. Bodhi,
Yeah.
you get a text from one of the monks just saying like, "Hey, be careful on your way back. The city has descended into this weird like looting frenzy." Someone posted a picture of a dead Scion, said the end of the world is coming, and people are now just stealing from each other.
Are you
Is it? It was. When you say a dead Scion, are you talking about Blaine or are you talking about someone else?
Uh, I'm not gonna lie, it looks like AI, but
Can,
like
can,
it's just been going around TikTok for a bit, being like the end of the days is coming, and people are just
can,
ignoring it and going
can,
straight to stealing things.
can you send that to me?
Yeah, sure. Send it to you.
Just gonna watch it.
Um, it is definitely AI. It's pretty decent AI. Minimizing movement, but there is somebody like all through the background to be like, oh my gosh, a Scion died. You should be careful. Take care of yourself while you can.
Who is this? Is there a Scion actually dying in this, or is it just like a
It looks like a real body. Um, but it's no sign that you would recognize.
no sign that we would recognize? And
They use
being
AI to.
being Doug is who he is.
Mhm.
We probably know every Scion in the city.
Yeah, like Doug has always been like, I'm having a Scion party. Y'all are coming, right? I gave you VIP seats. Like, you know these Scions. Even the new ones, he's like, so I found out that the Triangle Tims are coming. You're gonna love them.
Okay. Um, so Bodhi is going to uh, do a stitch on this video.
Hmm.
Like this isn't. This is a fake. This is not any Scion in the city that I've ever met. And quite frankly, I do know damn just about any Scion that hasn't been in the city for any period of time. And again, um, we're trying to use who is calm
Hmm.
or well, who endures.
Okay.
Um, to try to push the knack of soothing presence out through the video to in the hopes of calm. I'd say actually who calms probably works better to try to calm people down and minimize the damage that has been caused by this video.
Okay.
Um,
Um, you don't even need to roll for that. Um,
and just basically, you know, use the and it is also putting this out on. This is not just going on the TikTok. This is going on Instagram, on
Instagram.
GodTube, on Um, you know, and he's being heartfelt, sincere, and look, this if if there was any truth to this video, I would be telling you that yes, it is. You I'd be the first one to tell you it was real. This isn't even real footage, let alone any Scion that has ever been in the city.
And of course, you get the people who are like, she's lying, yada, yada, yada. The people who are like, kill yourself because it is still the internet. But for the most part, people start like thanking you, like, oh, that's Bodhi saying that we're fine. And like the hum of anxiety over the city begins to decrease.
All right, and after putting the video and putting it out there, he's gonna just go back to looking at Yuri's room.
Give me a let's go survival kind.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I am going to assist just so we can actually find something.
Yeah.
Um, if possible, can I add field work to this?
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Um, so this might be leaning on this a little bit too hard, but um, when I've been in presence of Yuri in the conversation with Sasha, um, is there any smell that vampires had that?
I would say because they don't have a beating heart, their flesh is, in fact, like a different composition. So yeah, they would have a
Yeah.
distinct smell.
So then I'm gonna try to sniff out anything in the room with predator sense. Use predator sense again.
Hmm.
4 sessions haven't used it, and this is like third time
I'm
using
adding,
it.
I'm adding five to this.
Dear God.
All right, yeah. So it with predator sense. If you allow predator senses, that's
Yeah.
6. If you don't allow it, it's 3.
Do allow us, so that is like 11 in total. Okay, let's see what we get here. Um, there are only three things that you find. Like this room, honestly, were you not using Predator Sense or like field work, you wouldn't find anything because it looks unlived. Um, on the inside of the closet behind like the ironing board, there is this case that feels like it weighs about 75 pounds. Um, on the bed, there was this distinctive scent where she was either lying down or was messing with things. And then in the corner, you see it looks like scratch marks. The case itself, if you open it up, is full of poisons. Like full of poisons. The scent on the bed is that's a super interesting scent because while you can smell the undead flesh, there's also this nauseating sense, but nauseating not to your sense of smell, but almost to your psionness, as if it's like there's something that is an antiphema to Scion that was here.
Isn't that kind of what Rachel's been? Like, is it the same feeling that Rachel had caused Nolan to have in the past?
No.
Okay.
The feeling Rachel causes Nolan is fear. The feeling you get when you smell this is a direct physical threat. Almost as if like for lack of a better word, it smells like a sickness or a virus, something that like directly attacks what it means to be a scion, even though you haven't felt sick in however long it's been since you've become a scion.
Lovely. And the scratches.
That one is weird. Um, you know she spent a lot of time here because that her scent is like solidified hair.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, you don't know if she was like scratching to get to the other room or if she that was her way of like punching the wall because she's upset, but like there was something that happened here. But other than that, like this room is fairly empty as if like she had no intention of actually staying here.
So we have a unnecessarily large amount of poison.
That's fair.
We have the scratchings. Um, oh, and then the smell that. Um,
Oh, you used that to when you were looking for Dale.
yep.
It smells like whatever attacked Dale.
Okay. Do the poisons smell like that?
No.
No. Okay.
The poisons smell like they are human poisons. As if she
Okay.
was like looking to kill a human.
A human?
I mean, given you've had all the successes, makes sense. Given how strong she is, she doesn't need poisons to kill like ev everybody in like she literally could have killed everybody in here, not including you, but possibly even including you, given her strength. So it's not about like being secret. She was looking to kill one person, and she didn't know what poison to use, so she brought all.
Okay. So she, so no, she has access to just a whole bunch of just a variety of poisons. Um, she has something that it acts like Scion kryptonite, which we believe actually looks like she looked used on our dearly departed friend, and I'm still trying to figure out what the scratches are. Um, it's against the wall or get like
Yeah, against the
what's on
wall.
what's on the room next on the other side of the wall. Uh,
Nothing, although if you go the other room
I'm
and then
gonna I'm gonna
that's Rachel's room, or was Rachel's room.
was well that does kind of explain. I am going to um, use. I'm a little frustrated. Buddy's a little bit frustrated right now. He doesn't get frustrated very often, which is something that he works very hard not to become frustrated, because that's the whole nature of things. Because suffering comes from desire,
Hmm.
um, and all of that. Um, for the moment, his desire to find out, to just find out as much as he can, gets a hold of him. So the scratching on the wall, he is just going to just use his epic strength to bust that wall.
All right.
Like if there's anything like inside the wall in between, he wants to know. If it was just because Rachel was on the other side of the wall, he wants to know. If it's whatever, anything that he can find out, because
When you bust the wall, It looks like this is a mini Scion relic cache. You don't know if like she's been hiding things here. They've dug, put them here, but there was a small vault uh with a few relics just kind of scattered.
Add this to the list of things we need to ask Doug about. And he's just going to begin to pull these relics out of the wall and just kind of hand them over to Nolan. These aren't staying here.
No. Everything here, I'm bolting in my place. It's getting bolted. Um, we can well, so there is a thing I'm gonna have to do anyways, but we'll come to that in a bit. This is a mess, Bodie.
Yeah. Well, maybe if we survive, then when we Doug will maybe learn a lesson about hiring immortal beings in the searching for power.
Right. But first, I think I'm gonna need a little bit more authority on this, and he's just gonna go take out the flask. He pulls out two shot glasses, sets one aside, and then he looks like he wants to pull out a third one. You want to join in? Yes? No?
No, no, I'm good.
Okay. He just puts the two shot glasses there. All right. I accept the offer officially because I'm thinking I'm understanding what you're putting down.
Oh, yay. And the door opens and she's like, "This is the first time I've ever actually had a chance to drink with you. Hi, Bodhi. It's lovely to see you again."
Good seeing you. Yeah. Um, glad you could um, make it. Um, I wish it was under better circumstances.
I think your group will make it better circumstances.
Okay.
But Nolan, so just so we're clear, you accept my offer to become the God of
Yes.
War.
Holds up a shot glass,
To you, the future God of War.
knocks the shot back. So, make sure knocks it back, pours it over his head to make sure it's completely empty, and then slams it down
Yeah,
as if that's sealing the deal officially.
that in fact does. We will talk later about what that means for Nolan, but you have a slight ringing and you're like, tonight, it's not going to be a fun sleeping night.
Oh,
It's going to hurt.
hangover already.
She's like, well, I'll be seeing you very soon. But before I leave, I assume that you brought me here for more than just to accept my deal. I'm assuming you have questions.
What's the deal with Rachel? Everyone seems to hate Rachel. What is it?
So as you say that, the smile on her face is gone. Let's see. Under normal circumstances, I would never have you roll.
Okay.
But like technically, you are considered a demigod, which means she is only one tier higher than you, even though she is like the upper tier.
Yeah.
So I will have you roll a persuasion, and honestly, whatever attribute, I want you to cheese it. You need as many dice as you can get.
Can I assist in this in any way?
Yes. Do you have any knacks, purviews, wounds?
Um, well, let me see here. Um, so I don't know if this is um, when you enter an initial social encounter, reduce attitude by one. For any
Okay.
other interaction which you attempt to get someone to relax, calm down, or be welcoming, you get one enhancement to all applicable rolls.
Okay.
To any stunt you may have gained from the neck. Um, so that's soothing presence. I don't know if let me just check the rules on that one.
I can
So
still use it.
Aura of Greatness does not say who it applies to. Um,
I mean,
so I
is
do
it
have
one of
Aura of
us?
Greatness Persuasion.
Yeah. Okay. I would buy that.
Okay.
Question, the
Uh,
signet ring, it still its effect still works, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, just wanted to make sure.
um, oh, I can also try to invoke my guide if bringing her into things will make things any benefit.
Bringing in more than one god could make things incredibly easy.
Yeah.
Could also unveil some like hidden tensions where they're like,
Yep.
"You fucking stole my pie at the goddamn party. I forget about." So like, it is a toss up that I will like literally roll to be like,
Yeah.
let's see the tensions that are happening.
Um, because this isn't necessarily about him, he actually would, yeah, try to pull in, bring in, and I am going to mispronounce her name. Is it? It's but well, the Obsidian Butterfly. That's what we're going to call her. Going to bring her
Yes.
in to, um, because they're she probably has a calling or a purview that um, there's a connection that the gods can connect over.
Okay. So let's see. Are they besties or don't hate each other? Uh,
Are the girls fighting?
do you call in the obsidian butterfly? And this lovely dark-haired woman walks in. She and Aphrodite make eye contact and then both look the other way. They apparently have had some interaction. Whatever that interaction was,
Gee.
did not end great.
Oh, like the Azalea Bank meme. What's that tea? The girls are fighting now. What is that tea? The girls are fighting. Okay. Um. oh, Well, 9.
So difficulty was set at 5 with three complication. You rolled 9. So she looks at you and there's like a hatred you haven't felt until like two times ago when she saw you and you were like, yeah, you hate me. It's back.
Oh yeah.
But she stops and then she looks around. She's like, I mean, you have accepted my deal. You should know what you're dealing with. How much is she gonna tell y'all? Do you think the gods are the strongest beings to exist?
No, no, it doesn't seem that way. I've seen two die in recent time, so I don't think so. I think there's something that even you guys are afraid of. I read the legends.
So, one, this is another reason why you should be the god of war. Ares does not see that, and perhaps that's what makes him the god of war, but also it makes him foolhardy, reckless, which can be fun sometimes, but not all the time. Two, there are beings, entities, essences that the gods do not tangle with. Rachel is entangled in one of those entities.
And let me gather, you guys collectively was just like, ah, if we just assassinate this girl, all of our problems would go away and it would face no backlash from anyone whatsoever.
I never said assassinate her. I said leave her alone.
Well, unfortunately, someone isn't following your rules as well because they've decided to kick that hornet's nest.
We got a vampire
So the dead is trying to bring her.
trying to take her out.
Then it's already too late.
You know,
The obsidian butterfly is there, though.
yeah.
Uh,
Figure she would be. She's more of a no nonsense type of goddess.
yeah. So as that's happening, she's gonna look to Aphrodite and be like, "Oh my God, you talk so much." Rachel is a Scion, and Aphrodite's gonna be like, "Stop talking." Rachel's a Scion, and her divine parent wants her. And if you're a god of death, existing in the death realm, what's the easiest way to meet your child?
You kill them.
If some mysterious force is trying to kill her, it's probably her mom. And Aphrodite's like, shut up.
So glad someone can give me answers. So I'm guessing the answer is to keep her alive so she's not absconded to the realm of the dead and then we don't have to deal with that sort of issue, correct?
For
Well,
the first time, they'll both kind of like be on the same page. Like, if she's still alive, that probably means the divine parent isn't really trying. There's like not much you can really do to stop her.
who is this divine parent?
So I'll be honest, you don't have enough dice in the world to convince Aphrodite. Um, Obsidian butterfly. She okay. So the obsidian butterfly will not say her name. Was like, if you want to meet her, I can take you there.
I mean, is that really? I mean, we really don't need to see her to meet her. We don't have to have a conversation um, about. But even here's the thing that the curiosity though, like there's got to be more to it than you know just she's a like, I mean, Billy's dad is involved in death, and you know,
Scion might not be the proper word then. Scion involves divinity.
Ah, opposite of divinity. Ah, the
Titan.
devil.
Mm.
More nether
Here,
realm.
here's what I can say. Just so you know what you have gotten yourself into. Zeus. You know Zeus,
Yeah,
or of Zeus.
barely.
He's afraid of someone. It's well documented. You find out who Zeus is afraid of, and then we can chat.
Hera.
I mean, yes, there's someone else.
Um, was it one of the?
Hades? Wouldn't be afraid of Hades.
No, he's not afraid of Hades. And I'm seeing the butterflies like, I mean, I could just take y'all. Like we hear.
All right. You know what? Sure. Take me to meet this not a god
Not a god.
who is whose one particular child is riling up everybody who
Honestly,
almost got eaten by a baby vampire.
we would have been fine had she not run into what is his name? D Dig?
Billy's dad.
Did D Dove?
Doug?
Dove? Yeah, that one. He was
What does
so
Doug
obsessed with
do?
finding out if she was a Scion.
He, he became an irregular in his tests, which sparked interest and then alerted someone.
Yes.
Hmm. And in doing so, also has inadvertently with this tower thing has kind of alerted all the gods to some shenanigans, right? That's why we're getting all the weather workings and stuff happening.
Mm. No, the weather's her.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So
Then we
let's.
should meet them then. He's going to close up the poisons and everything. Um, strap it onto his back to make sure no one gets their hands on it. Packs up all of like the relics and just like this is
She's like, all right.
have me.
All right.
Anything else we need? Do I need do we need like an offering or something or like food, guest sort of dealings?
So Aphrodite will say, here's the thing. I have met her before. She is actually very lovely.
Oh, what's the problem then? You guys seem like it's like some sort of rap rap girly beef or something. I don't know.
By the way, y'all have been talking on and off about her for like 10 minutes.
Uh-huh.
I'm just going to roll. Same thing, another die.
Right.
10% chance for fun for me to happen. Damn it.
Whew.
Yeah. Um, Aphrodite is extremely nervous. The obsidian butterfly, less nervous, possibly because she won't die instantly.
Oh,
All right. Well, If you can't say her name, it's meter instead of just whispering around and saying, "Baby, I love you."
Yeah, let's go meet her. Although we can't go too long because we gotta actually, if possibly, if we go meet her, it'll probably handle the other problem. So let's go meet her immediately, immediately, post haste.
Yeah.
All right. Um, it's been a while since I've been to Hades, but it should be easier with a goddess of death here. And they are going to begin the ritual to teleport you to Hades. I think that's where we're going to end today. Uh,
Woo!
for a few reasons. One, we're like pretty close. Don't want to like start a whole new thing and not have to be able to go in. Two, we're going into Hades, which means we get to have some fun new setting. And three, just in case we have some peeps next week, this is where we're going to call it. Uh, like I said, not super chaotic happened here. Only four people died.
Yeah, four people died.
That's
That
actually not that bad. So, one, thank you all for playing. Two, thank you all for joining us. Let us do once again who you are, pronouns, the fun things that you do, and what your character is thinking in this particular moment. And let's start with the new soon-to-be demigod, Nolan.
Hi. I'm Crow. I play Nolan Peters, the now demigod of war, future possible taking over the God of War seat. Um, I am flustered. I don't even know what's about to happen. So, anyways, where you can find me? You can't find me anywhere because we are currently doing a rebrand. However, I will still be on Twitter at BS Slate TV on Twitter and also on Twitch. However, rebranding a lot of stuff. So gonna be MIA for a little bit while we get that done. Currently in all the project we're doing or all the stuff I'm doing right now is just on Onyx Path, so playing in Scion. On Thursdays, we are going down below in the deep, and then on Fridays, we rumble with Trinity Adventures. So, that is where you can find me, and then also secret stuff, future stuff, and also one more time for all of you, please go sign up for Curseborn. Go ahead and get that pre-order. Go ahead and sign up for that, okay? Also, if you're listening, anyone, I do want to play in your Curseborn game. I'm just saying. I know Halloween's coming up and a one shot is happening. Also, we're going to be wrapping up with Rumble soon, so I will have even more time. But your people call my people. I really do want to play because it look awesome. And this has been a fun episode. Uh, Traumatizing for Nolan though, but it's been a fun episode.
Well, thank you so much. And Bode.
Hello, I am Zachary Nowdert, he, him. Bodhi is a little taken back. He is confused about what does not know enough about Hades about what could be in there that could be scary and why one particular god, Scion, would be so much worse or whatever other creature possible thing that is in Hades. Um, what could have a Scion that one particular is an issue as opposed to all the other titans and baddies that are out there making babies and putting their divine seed into the world in one form or another. Um, if you'd like to read more about how gods can put their divine seed into the world, there is a section in that in Scion God, which is now out on Drive Through RPG in PDF and in print. Go pick it up. If you need to learn more about it, there is tomorrow on this channel at 8. Aqua GM is doing a beginner's guide to Scion God. And then if you don't need God stuff, but you still want some Scion, Tasty Bit number 3 is going to be on drive through on Wednesday. Um, you will see me back here for Adventure Rumble. Um, I'm going to try to punch something again because, it's Rumble. I have to punch things. Um, and then, yes, um, yeah. Oh yeah, the socials. At Zach Rules or at Zach Rules Dice if Zachary's beat me to it. That's you snooze, you lose.
Thank you so much. All right, and once again, thank you all for joining us. Please join us next time. I have a feeling that even I won't be able to lie and say that it won't be chaotic. Next time is going to be all the chaos, and I cannot wait. Until then, have a great week. See ya.
Bye. Bye bye. Bye bye now. Have a great one.